Brookie, they don't stop. I can't feel enough here. I was pulling over they feet, while in the truck. I was riding around with a couple of that dirty stuff. I got the hot one rockin' with me, bitches stuck and fuck. Put up in the left. Put up in the big song. I didn't be leaving the earth. I must have been with the bird. I used to go put up the money out there now.
For the eye, full of feel like feels live and direct, rocking the scene. Breaking on down for the B-boys and B-girls, we're in to do they thing. Pump it, louder, come on, don't stop, and keep it going, do it. Let's get it on, move it. Come on, baby, do it.
La da dee da da dee da. On the stereo, let the speakers blow your mind.
Blow my mind, baby.
Let it go, here we go. La da dee da da dee da.
Come on, yeah.
Ready. This is some gum that feels so fine.
I'm fine with you.
Pump it louder, 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 pump it louder.
Yo, what is up, guys? ShikaiShinobi here, back again with another video for you guys, and today we are back again with another video, and I'm going to be showcasing a new combo that I just learned. And you can do this both in base and in Evo, but it's most important to really do it in Evo, because that's where you're going to be getting the most work out of it. So, without further ado, I'll be showcasing how it's done. I can also showcase what you can do if you do screw it up, because there's actually a mix in the middle of this that I just discovered as well. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and showcase this new combo. I'm actually surprised that this is able to work. So first thing, obviously the most important thing, is that for this to work, you need to be in level 3, because obviously that's like his main gimmick. But afterwards, this is the kind of shenanigans you can do. So you can go heavy, boom, and if you're close enough, yep, look at this. Got it on the first try too, love it. It is really time intensive, but if you can get it, it is a TOD. That is a TOD right there.
Anything that snow happens to touch instantly freezes.
That, my friends, is a good old TOD with a white reverse. Now, the main thing that is important with the white reverse is you gain a lot of fighting spirit off of that. And I repeat, a lot of fighting spirit off of that. That's like the main thing. In fact, we'll actually go back to character select, and then we'll actually just reset everything, just so I can show you how much fighting spirit you get off of that. Because you can also flash step if you really do it right. I'm using Chad, for anybody wondering why I'm using Chad as the punching bag here. It's because he has the most health in the game outside of like Let's Still Uryu, which you're probably not going to be doing any of that on by that point, because you're going to be too busy fighting for your life. But anyway, I can actually just showcase the combo in base too, just to show how much you get off of this. I'm just going to do my dragon, because doing light attacks in base, you don't get really a lot off of this. So let's get level 3. Alright, so we're going to do this in base. Okay, actually that was a good example right there, because that's also something I wanted to show you guys. Because most people are going to block after you drop something like that. So I'm just going to do this, because this is actually a good time to actually showcase what you can do off of something like that. So let's say in a scenario, well, damn it. I was about to say, let's say in a scenario you do the whole thing, and then it drops. So you don't want to do that, but what you want to do is when it does drop, let me get level 3 again. This is perfect, he's blocking, so I don't have to worry about all the shenanigans. But let's say he's in that state, you got him in the combo, and then it drops. Then what you can do, and most people probably know where I'm going with this, is if they block, boom, it's a mix. It is a mix, and you still got white reverse going. Because most people are going to guard after that. They're not going to mash. And if they do mash, you can flash step. So it's an easy free mash right there. It's a free punish, free mix up all in one. And once again, the main thing is that you're going to get a lot of fighting spirit off of that. So we're going to evolve. And just for the sake of it, we're also going to evolve Chad, because we need to get his defense back up, because that's normally what we're going to be having at this point in time. So let's go ahead and evolve our opponents. Alright, so this is what the combo is going to be looking like when you are in Evo. and you mess it up, I guess. Or, and not even just if you mess it up, but just... Okay, so yeah, no, right there you would usually, you throw out heavy and then you go into your mix. So... They guard. Well, if it drops, then... If it drops and they guard immediately afterwards, then yeah, that's what you do. I love how I'm trying to show an example, and then the game's like, nah, I'm gonna actually have the combo work now. Alright, so let's go ahead and do this again. Boom. And then you have to be close for it. You gotta hold if you're that far, but you can do that. You can do that. And once again, since you have white reverse up, you're able to get a lot of resources out of this. That is not what I wanted to do, sir. But yeah, no, that's like the new mix right there. That's the new mix that you can do with that. Is if you do drop it, just do one heavy and then grab, as long as you're close though, which most times you're going to be close anyways because you're going to be doing heavy into these most of the time. So that's one big mix right there. But anyway, another things you can do that I have been messing around with is I'm going to have him always guard, and I'm going to have him repeat attacks. So a lot of the time, people are going to be, you know, expecting you to rush in with your dash light because that's your main get into. It goes far as hell. In fact, it actually goes farther than your dash heavy. Like, the dash heavy doesn't even reach. So, one thing that I like to do is I'm going to stop him doing the repeated attacks. But one thing I like to do, and I actually did this recently, is I'll do a dash light because it creates space and it goes straight for a grab. And then, you know, once again, people usually don't see that coming because normally when people are fighting Toshiro, they're expecting this. But instead, you could do this, and then you do this. Now, granted, this move is not safe. It is not safe to do this at all, but most people don't see it coming. So what could happen is if you condition them to think that you're going to do that again, then instead what could happen is that they mash to try and counter, because that's what most people are going to do. If they mash after you do this, this is what's going to happen. Boom, that's what you're going to get. And at best, what could happen is this. Perfect flash. That is the mix right there. That is the new mix that you can do. And this is all off of one dash light. Now, once again, they have to be guarded for this to work because they'll catch you otherwise. You could also do that too. I mean, that's also another thing you could do. But the main thing is that you want to condition your opponent, if you're playing Toshiro, you want to condition your opponent to think that you're going to do this. Because that's going to be the thing they're looking for. Because another thing they're probably going to do if they see you doing that is they might even try to grab like you are. So they might even try to grab counter. So, once again, if they do grab, just flash step, and you got them. Now, obviously, you got to wait a minute, so you got to do that and then wait. But if you do that, you can catch your opponent lacking. It's a free flash step right there. So you got to love it. Got to love it. But that's pretty much the main things that I wanted to showcase today. So, once again, the main combo that you would normally do in a yellow reverse, you can actually do that with a white reverse, and it's peak. So, once again, let's go ahead and just showcase the combo real quick. So, we'll go in, you know, like so. Boom. And then if it drops, then you can do that. But, if it doesn't drop, then obviously you want to go ahead and just do this. I thought it was going to drop right there. Wow. And that's the thing. Sometimes it's weird when it wants to drop or not. So it's really timing intensive, so let me go ahead and get the level 3 going. Actually, I can just do this. Dragon literally gives me level 3. That's also another thing you can do. But you have to be close enough for it. But I'm dumb. Actually, no, I could do that too. That's another thing you could do. You don't have to do it once and then go straight into white. You can do your normal stuff. And then do the heavy. So that's another thing you can do. And then I screwed it up. But that's another one you could do right there. I'm just going to go ahead and get the level 3 going. So you don't even have to necessarily only do it once. Oh god, he's guarding. You don't necessarily have to do it once. You can do it twice. Just to make sure that you're in there. Pop this. And then the boom. And then you're good to go. If you want to get the cash back to make it efficient, though, you'd probably want to flash step off of that. So once again, like so. Boom. Oh, I screwed it up. Damn it. But you guys get the point. I'm trying to get my reverse back whenever I'm doing that. But the point is, you want to do that so that you can get your stuff back. And if you drop it, then once again, this mix-up is on the table. That mix-up is on the table. So that's kind of just one of the, some of the stuff that I wanted to show you guys, because I just once again figured out that you could do this like tonight. I've been kind of labbing it out just to see how consistent I can get it, because it definitely can help. I'm telling you that right now. It can definitely help. Especially if you do it from this range, it could definitely help. Because you're getting so much. You're just getting so much off of this. You're getting so much off of this. And even if you don't get your cash back, it's doing so much damage that you can kill somebody from mid-range with it. Especially if they don't have a blue reverse. So, without further ado, that's pretty much going to do it. Hope you guys all enjoyed. Once again, I still got to lab this out, but it is a combo that you can do. You just gotta, it's the main thing you gotta figure out is the timing. If you can figure out the timing, you're good to go. Because that's like the main thing that you gotta figure out. And as long as you don't screw it up like I'm doing right now, then you're good to go. It's like 3 in the morning when I'm recording this, so excuse me if I'm screwing up the combos, but that's the gist of what you want to be doing here. And then once again, if you do end up missing, don't panic. Just do another heavy on their shield and then go straight into a grab. Or if they think the grab is coming, you could do this and then just wait. That's another thing, but most people are just going to either grab or whatnot. So that's another thing you could do. Or you could just do, if it's on their shield, you could do one and then flash step if they go for a grab, thinking that you're going to do that. Kind of, it's like the same concept as like what I was showing before, where, if they're guarding and then you do this one light attack and then they do that, it's the same concept. It's a big mix-up. But otherwise, that's pretty much going to be it for today's video. Hope you guys all enjoyed. The main thing was the white combo that I just wanted to show off. So that's pretty much going to be it for me. And I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.